Okay guys, we're gonna start off by getting a few little things done here before we start on the main video. This is the 2003 Toyota Sequoia I bought for 200 bucks. It's wrecked in the rear, trashy junk, 280,000 miles, but it runs and drives. I've had it up for sale, no title. Had it up for sale for $1,000 or part out. No takers on the whole thing yet, so we're gonna part it out. Cats are the big money. Prices are up and down, fluctuating all the time. I'm not sure what they're worth, but between $100 and $200 each. There's two of them. I'm fixing to show you. To the camera. Okay, one right here. And one right on the other side. Right there. Okay, got my Sawzall. And let me buzz them off. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, there's the money. Nice and full. See the honeycomb in there? And there you just doubled your money. Buying the vehicle. And the rest of it's free. Plus you got a couple $100 in your pocket profit. So yeah, I'll sell at least $1,000 worth of stuff off of this, because scrap value is probably worth $400 or $500 over the scales once the prices go up a little bit. Plus, you know, there's tons of parts for sale on it. I just live out in the boonies, so it's kind of hard. It takes a while to sell some good parts. Okay, I didn't realize it, but a friend of mine was over the other day. He said these 6-lug will fit on GMs. Tires hold air, but they're not very good. I'm thinking about putting these on the step side, which I got for sale, but by the time this video comes out, it'll probably be sold. I must have had 100 messages on it. But anyway, might put them on there, but anyway, I'm going to take them off. I'm going to drive it around the back property and put it up on blocks, take the tires and rims off, stack them. There's a decent spare, same size. So we got that, and then we're going to take the battery out of it because I've been using one of my good batteries in it, my last really good one, and I'm going to put that in the Mercedes. And then that's it. I'll park it back there and let it be parted out, or when the prices go through the roof, we'll just holler over the scales. So yeah, I'll make $1,000 altogether off of it, and $200 investment. That's 5 times your money. Can't beat that anywhere. Okay, I'll be back. Oh, I forgot, we need to hear what it sounds like with no cats on it. So it was quiet as a church mouse, but now she's gonna be loud. Sounds like a hot rod. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, put the El Camino to work. Gonna gather up the tires and the battery and the jack. Save me 6 trips back and forth. So yeah, this is it, final resting place. Well, until it goes to the crusher. Could be years and years from now, but there's where she's gonna sit, along with its other. Got some buddies here I can talk to for next few years. Okay, well, let me get these up front, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so here's the tires. Thinking about putting on the step side. As you can see, they're not the greatest tread, and there's weather cracks. These two are the same. This one's different, and then this one's different. But I don't know, I might put them on there. Just had to change out the blower motor in the Avalanche. Real easy. Just they just twist in and twist out. Real simple. I took this off the or the one I put in there off the parts truck. It's making a little bit of noise. I might order a new one, but off that parts truck there. Okay, the battery that was in the Mercedes, it was good years ago. Checked it, had a bad cell, wouldn't hold the charge. This little battery looks like shit, but it's 100% charged and works good. So put that in there, cleaned up the terminals. She's ready to sell. Haven't really got any calls on it yet. Bunch of messages, but I think they were scammers. Because anyway. Tons of calls on the step side still. I can't believe it. I must have had 70 of them today. 50, 60, 70 of them just today. That many yesterday. It's crazy. But nobody's come over to look at it yet. They're just all... But I think it'll go here pretty soon. Don't know whether I should put them tires on there or not. I do have another set of rims that came off this Avalanche. And I thought about... I have one set of 17s, all the same size, little oddball sizes, or tread, but they're all the same size. So here's the rims that came off the Avalanche, but they're all really big and just kind of lumpy and not very good. So I don't know if I should put them 4 tires that I got on here. That's the only 17s I got that are big. Anyway, I might do that, but anyway, we'll be back. Okay, folks. She's a scorcher today. So I'm coming out here a little bit late when the sun's coming down. Okay, I just got back from Walmart and AutoZone. Walmart, I tried to buy some stuff. Like these wipers. Stuff like this stuff here. That's a little bit cheaper than AutoZone. Anyway, got some valve cover gaskets, a couple of fan belts. We're going to see what more we need. I'm not going to buy a new AC one. Got some heater hoses, got radiator hoses, but they'll be in tomorrow. Got some clamps, gasket stuff, and these were two for 10 bucks or something. So one's going for the Mercedes, one's going for this one. We'll add some gas in it. One of these is good for 25 gallons, but both this one and the Mercedes there got bad gas in them. Okay, just got some other stuff. Now, for this truck bed, last episode on the El Camino, I sprayed in some of that what's it called, rust, or the rubber sealer, whatever, you have to watch that, the rubberized sealer, Flex Seal. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is just messing with the spray thing here. So we got this truck bed coating, Rust-Oleum brand from Walmart, like 11 bucks. So we're gonna spray this over top of that. So we're gonna hopefully stop whatever water leaks are in there. Like I said before, I'm not gonna take this off and guarantee there's going to be rust and the bolts are going to break, or the bolt to is going to be all rusted and broken. It's just going to be a lot of screwing around if I take this off. And someone commented, oh well, you'll never get that off. Well, it doesn't need to come off. I don't even know why GM makes this to come off. Yeah, there's a cubby hole under there, but it's really useless for anything. Nobody takes this on and off for hauling stuff or anything. So anyway, we're trying to seal up all the water leaks, and there's just a little bit coming in through the back here, and I'm just not sure where it's coming in. And like I said, I'm not going to take it all apart trying to figure it out where. So we're just going to put some Flex Seal. Now we got some truck bed coating. I'm going to put a few coats. Okay, so what we tried before this was all faded, I have some red base coat, and I just sprayed a little bit of red base coat over this months ago, and it's the sun just baked it off, because it's really, you're supposed to clear coat it. So I do have a little bit of clear, and it ain't gonna take much, and you can see all this here. So I think what I'm gonna do after this bed coating dries, just mix up a little bit of base coat, red, put like one or two coats on this stuff, that stuff, this, and then clear the whole thing. You know, make it last at least a little while longer than. Okay, now I just noticed these little filler covers here, little rivets or screws or whatever's missing on them. It's supposed to have, I guess, little screws like this. That was missing. We'll have to get that on there. Get that back on there before the sun really warps it bad. And yeah, I think we'll just base coat and clear coat this bed. And while I'm having it, it's not going to be used for hauling, so it's not going to get scratched up. Whoever buys it, they can scratch it up all they want. Okay, so under the hood later. Oh, so the stereo, it was just buzzing when I hooked speakers to it. Here's the original speaker wires. And I would hook a speaker to it and it would just buzz, and I wiggle around the antenna, because it's got a little antenna cable from here, from the stereo to the windshield here, and I don't connect it up there. I can't see or nothing, but I forgot that I should have another self antenna. You know, you use the wire and you stick it up on the corner, wherever you want. And I've used it on a few other old cars and it worked good. And I'm pretty sure I bought two last time I bought one for a car. So we're going to try this stereo again, because, you know, it comes on. If we can just get some sound coming out, I'll just soon use this one. If not, we're going to have to build one down here, get some type of little box or bracket or something and mount it down there. Unless, I don't think I'm going to build a console, but if I was to build a console, I'd put it up here and put a stereo in it. Anyway, we're going to mess around with that. We can just get some tunes coming out of there. That'd be great. Okay, then later on, probably tomorrow, we'll get started on this engine, the valve covers. Just to get the valve covers off, we're going to have to take off these brackets and this AC compressor. Okay, so here's all, I guess there is 3 belts. So I got the alternator and the power steering right there, and then this is the AC belt. I told them I didn't want that one. A lot of people, they'll just throw this in the trunk and leave it. I'll probably put it back on. But anyway, we're going to take that off. To get the valve covers off, then we're going to clean them up. I didn't buy any orange paint because I'm pretty sure I have some already. So that's going to be a pain in the ass on that side. This side might be too, because of crap like this and this. We'll see what we can do about getting rid of some of that stuff, because all these lines are messed up anyway. So these are the radiator hoses we're going to replace. Heater hoses here and here, which, oh, actually that goes there. Okay, so we'll tear all this stuff off, all the air cleaner, AC compressor. We'll get them off, get the valve covers off, clean them up, sand them, paint them. Because you start this up and you let it run for a couple minutes, it's all smoking by the valve covers. The valve covers are just blown now from, you know, it's been sitting 20 odd years. Okay, so, oh, and I did sell the step side today. It's only been for sale for a couple of days. Had well over 100 messages and stuff, and had out all the messages. I can't believe it. Nobody just says, "Oh, I'm coming over to buy it." Well, one guy finally did out of 100, over 100. I'll be right over. So he come right over with cash and didn't even test drive it or nothing. Just give me the cash and hopped in it and went. Didn't even really want to know much about it. He already had one. He had an 88 and all this stuff. So he offered me $3,500 over the message before he came here. I said, yeah. So if you got 35, I'll take it. So anyway, guys, it's gone. It's kind of like dead weight away out of here. Not really any messages on the Mercedes yet. I just posted the video today on that. We'll see what happens. It may take a while. You have to find the right buyer for that. Been driving the Avalanche, bunch of trips, been doing great. I love driving it. Just drove it to Sherman the other day. Drove it to another trip today. So anyway, let me get started with this bed. We're just going to scuff it down. We're not going to sand it all smooth or nothing. We're just going to scuff it down enough for paint to stick. Okay, so let me get on with that, and I'll be back when I get some stuff done. Okay, guys, that's that thing I was telling you about. This is an antenna for old cars. If you don't want to put an antenna in the fender, quarter panel, factory one or whatever, use these. You plug this in. Some of them you need an adapter that it doesn't come with, and it's got 3M tape, and you tape this anywhere on your windshield or wherever you want. They say you can put it inside a glove box. So anyway, that takes place of the antenna, so you don't just get a buzzing noise. So you got some type of antenna hooked up. Seems to work good in some of the old cars I got. So we're going to try that on this radio here and see if it works, just in case there's something wrong with the connection from the windshield antenna to the radio itself, and we'll just bypass that. And okay, so I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got the antenna hooked up. I'll stick it right there for now, but it just buzzes. Put the and no matter what I do, change stations or whatever, it just... We got a cassette. It's an old cassette deck. Try to is it going that way? Oh shit. It is a cassette, right? We've done the eject. Cassette's not even going in there. Okay, well, it's junk, guys. I tried different stations and mono and stuff. So I'll have to get another stereo and build something, put it down in here for now. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, guys, sun just came up a little while ago, so we're gonna get to work. Now I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna do instead of having the camera running all the time, because that's too much editing and stuff. Okay, plus this little clip here will show where everything goes. Not that difficult though, but mainly, where the belts go. This belt here is the third one in the AC. Probably won't put that one back on, and then hopefully these two belts here will be the same as the ones that they give me. Chances are they're not though, but okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to loosen this bolt here. That's the adjuster for the AC. Then this one here. And we're going to tilt it and then take this belt off. Okay, then I don't know if we can take the bracket with it, but you got these two bolts here. One's going to a ground. That bolt. Okay, and then this bracket here, which is, there are 2 or 3 bolts right where my finger's at, and then we'll pull the whole thing. So it's connected just by this. Is it 1 or 2 bolts? Anyway, the Freon lines are connected to the back of the compressor. We're going to leave that intact and set it over here. Okay. And set it over here, not disconnect it. The AC is not going to work, mainly because the rats have been eating up this thing for 20 years. It's probably going to leak everywhere, but I just don't like disconnecting everything and leaving a big old box of parts laying around. We're just going to put it all back together because this ain't no show car. Okay, so that's what we're going to do first, and then we're going to get the valve cover off. Clean it up, paint it, put the valve cover gasket on, put it back on. Going to disconnect a few little hoses here. Okay, probably all brittle and everything. Okay, so we'll do this side, and then we'll come over here and do this side, figure out what we want to do with that, whether we want to just bypass this heater bypass thing. Yeah, it's only got a 2-barrel. That's what it was born with. That's what it says right here, 352 barrel. I do have an Edelbrock intake and Edelbrock carburetor on the 77, which is destined to be a parts car, but I want to use the drivetrain for another car. So do I want to take the intake and 4-barrel off of that and put it on this one? I don't know yet. I might. Anyway, so that's what. Just gotta remember the belt routing. First one's alternator, second one's power steering, third one's air conditioning. Okay, so let me take all this off, and I'll be back when we get that far. Okay guys, I got this valve cover off. I didn't have to take this all the way off. I just had to take that bracket off, loosen up the bolts, and slide it this way. Okay, so it looks pretty clean in there. Looks pretty clean. And I don't think this engine has ever even had a bolt taken off of it. I mean, look at maybe the factory things on the radiator hoses. This thing was sitting up for a while. I think it's pretty much all original. This, where was it? The little hose from here. Oh, here over to this deal here. That was actually broken and leaking there. That's probably why I had a little bit of a hesitation until it warmed up. We'll probably just plug that off, unless I want to get a whole new hose. But all these hoses are going to be all really brittle. Probably all should be replaced. But anyway, we got that side off. Let me go ahead and clean that up, and then we'll have to get these heater hoses and stuff out of the way and do the other side. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the one valve cover done. Let's use this razor blade scraper, some old used sandpaper, and some gasoline. and just wiped her all down and sanded it down. It ain't perfect, but and then I had a can of this. It's been around forever. Might have found it in a junk car, I don't know. In fact, I don't even think it's Chevy orange. I don't even know if it says it. Anyway, might be more of a red. So anyway, put a couple of coats of this on there, let her dry, put it on, and then do the other side. Or, you know, if it takes too long to dry, I'll start taking the other side off. But yeah, I don't know what this is. Doesn't say it on the can. Anyway, it'll look better than it did. Yeah, I should have probably got some aluminum or chrome ones or something like that, but okay. Now I'll have to check to see if them two belts are the same. Okay, I'll be back. Before I forget, I was sanding this down a little bit. We're going to go ahead and paint this bed here, like I said. This one's okay. I didn't really realize this one was broken. See this side? Anyway, I got the pair. 21 bucks on eBay. Shipped. So, if any of you guys need them, 21 bucks. And make sure you look. Don't buy the first one, because first one was 69 bucks. I found this set for 21. So, anyway, ordered that, a few other little things. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got the two new belts in. Left the AC one off. I think the AC compressor's probably, well, the bearing's okay, but like I said, I don't think it's probably going to hold the charge because of all the rat bites. Painted the little AC bracket there. There's the old belts there, pretty bad shape. So, okay, I'm going to let that. So amazing that the belts fit. Usually have to take them back 2 or 3 times, find the right ones. But yeah, I think that'll on its way to being very dependable. Okay, we're just gonna do them valve cover gaskets, then the hoses, and she'll be dependable. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got that valve cover back on the AC bracket. Also put the new wiper blades on there. We're gonna do something about this cowl, but I'm just not quite sure yet. I got a couple ideas just to be 100% sure no water gets down in there. Okay, starting to get hot out, so I'm probably gonna do this when the sun goes down the other side. In the meantime, I'm gonna run up to AutoZone and get all the hoses. Well, the 2 radiator hoses, and we'll put them on. I got some antifreeze, so I'll be back. Okay, guys, just got back from AutoZone. Got the 2 new hoses here. It's not, I don't know, it may fit. I'm thinking this one, that's originally for AC, and this is non-AC. I don't know. We'll see if it fits. And the bottom one I can't really tell, but we'll get them off. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, guys. I'm going to show you how Nikki's doing. I don't have to really put her on the leash anymore, other than worrying about her going after the cats. She's doing pretty good. Usually she'll stop. Hang on, Nikki. When I drop the leash like that, but if I take it off, she'll Walk a little bit more. I gave the cats some food, so they're busy. Usually they'll follow me around. Yeah, she does pretty good. She doesn't bump into nothing or... Hey, Nikki. Oh, gonna take a tinkle. Nikki's such a good girl. Sometimes she'll get a little scared. Usually right up in front of the garage where there's cars, always different spots. I guess she can sense when something's wasn't there yesterday and is there today type thing. She's walking a little slow now. Once she gets past here, she'll be all right. See, she's a little... Come on, Nikki. Come on, Nikki. It's okay. It's okay. See, the jack was moved, so she... There we are, Nikki. And snap my fingers or call her, and she'll... And once she gets past here, she's all right. Okay, there you go, Nikki. Yeah, I'm not too worried about her bumping into cars and stuff. It's just like exhaust pipes or real sharp objects, especially if she's chasing a cat. And you know, she could easily get cut open from some sharp object. It's the only reason I have to keep her in the pen. Usually she's walking a lot faster than that. It's been hot out today, about 103 degrees, 104 tomorrow. Heat's just not letting up. A couple of days ago it was a little cloudy, so it wasn't too bad, but it's been bright and sunny today. Real scorcher. Nikki might be kind of worn out. She's got lots of shade there in the thing. Yeah, she's kind of going slow. She always avoids that tree. She knows that's there. What you think, Nikki? How you doing? Nikki's a good girl. So she might not feel like running around. She loves being inside. Bring her inside, give her plenty of food and water and air conditioning, and whoever sent that squirrel, I'm bad at names, she just loves that little squirrel to play with. I ask her where her toy is, and she'll go grab that squirrel. The little squeaker in it, she busted that after a couple of days, but it's okay, Nikki. Come on. So she's got some rawhide bones in there to play with, or toy. She just loves being inside. But I don't want to keep her in there while I'm working out here. Oh yeah, Nikki. Anyway, guys, I figure I'd give you an update on Nikki. She's doing real good. She's just a little hot and tired there right now, but she's usually walking a little bit faster. But yeah, I think I left her out the last few videos. We'll see what happens. See if I can try to get rid of these cats there a long time ago, but Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace don't allow you to put pets on there, but I see them every now and then. I guess I can stay up there for a couple days till somebody reports them. So I'm going to try to get rid of these cats to a good home, and then see how Nikki does by herself out in the open. Okay, I'll be back. I'll show you this, guys. So ready to go inside. You ready to go inside, Nikki? She's good up the steps there by herself. Pretty good. Ready to go inside? You make it around there? You make it around there? Come on. Ready to go inside? Ready to go inside? There you go. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, guys, it's the next morning. Last night I got the valve cover off on this side. Had to unbolt this thing. See, it's got a rod going down to the exhaust with a flapper on it. I really need to take that off, I guess, because we don't know if that flapper's seized up or jammed or something. I don't know. But anyway, just had to move this stuff out of the way. I got the heater hoses off there, and then there. Yeah, there to there, and then this one to the top. Okay, so the top radiator hose is wrong. There's the factory one, and this one is just it's too short. So I don't know if it's the give me one with AC or without. See, it's just too short. Now I don't want to stretch it. It's going to hit the AC. So anyway, we got to bring that back. I don't know about the bottom one. I haven't taken the bottom one off yet. There's two heater hoses. We got new ones there. We got to clean up this valve cover. That looked pretty clean as well inside. Okay, we'll clean that up, scrape all the stuff off. Okay, that's what I got going on so far. So, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I took that hose back to AutoZone, and it was the right number for the car. And we even looked up Malibu, El Camino, and it was all the same part number. So it was wrong. I told him, well, your system's wrong in the system. So I went in the back shelf, and I got this one here. I think it'll work. But that's all we can do, because the right part ain't in the system. So I'm going to try to fit that on there. Might have to cut off an end, but anyway, we'll get that fixed. And got the valve cover here all painted. Gaskets on there. I glued the gasket on the valve cover first, and then we'll put some sealer on the bottom, stick her in there, tighten her down. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I think I'm done. Got the valve cover gasket on this side, and then got the new heater hoses here. This does work. It's got a rod. Well, yeah, it moves up and down, so I'm thinking the flapper goes in and out, but it's not hooked up to any vacuum. See, all these hoses have been eaten up, and I don't have any of these vacuum hooked up. These are just little diverters. Same with this. So none of this is hooked up. Yeah, we probably need to be Probably would be nice to have headers on there, but we're just trying to make it dependable, not leaking or nothing. Oh, I gotta put that one bolt right there. That goes right there. Okay, this hose here, I just had to cut a little bit off. It fits great, but it's a little bit too big opening on both sides. But you know, hopefully that's what these clamps are for, tighten it up. Hopefully it won't bulge out, but if it does, I'll keep the old one. I don't know what else to do unless I order one off eBay, but that was 25 bucks. The other one I returned was $16.99, so this one was friggin' $8 more. Okay, so I just got to put in some antifreeze and we'll run it. We did fix this busted vacuum line here. So we'll see how it runs. Okay, I'll be back. Okay. Okay, there it is, guys. No more smoking. Just got a little bit of antifreeze on the intake there from when I had these hoses disconnected. But other than that, it should be pretty dependable. At the beginning, did a major tune-up. All new plugs, wires, distributor cap, oil change, all that stuff. And then this is kind of the second phase. We got all new hoses, valve cover gaskets, stuff like that, antifreeze. So it's just all little stuff now. The only major thing is a front U-joint. I had to get this drive shaft from a junkyard. I think it's a Ford. And I have to find out where I wrote down the number because I got a new rear U-joint. And then I was putting it in, found out the front one was loose. But didn't want to go all the way back to the store, get another U-joint, do the front. So anyway, we'll have to do that because it's kind of clicking. Mainly when you put it into gear, you can hear it click. That's it mechanically. Well, other than the air shocks there leak, but I don't know if I want to go overboard on new air shocks and stuff. I got a whole list of stuff to do still, but tomorrow, I think tomorrow morning, I got all this bed sanded. Took my electric DA to it, sanded it all down. So tomorrow morning we're gonna mask this up, put base coat and clear, paint all this bed. So we'll do that tomorrow. That may wrap up this video. I want to order a set of gauges for it, mainly for the water gauge, and then kind of get a stereo and put the stereo and gauges in kind of a little makeshift console there up near the front. I might build it, I don't know. But anyway, we'll get them so we can kind of mount them together up there. I need to round up a spare tire, and we'll mount that back there. I don't think I have the factory jack for it, but as long as we get that spare. I just got a whole list of stuff like that to do to it still, but for now we got quite a bit done, and we'll see you tomorrow and we'll get this bed painted. Okay guys, I'll show you what type of paint I have. It's about a half gallon of red base coat. This, I'm not exactly sure what this is. I think it's acrylic or something, a little bit darker. This seems to match better. I think, yeah, there's not a whole lot, maybe a little bit less than half. This is a full gallon. Man, I forgot what I bought that for. or where I got it from. It's been so long. I think I'd rather clear coat it anyway. You'd have to clear coat this. So what the clear I use is this Nason here. There's about a quart left in that. That's going to be enough to do, well, it'll be more than enough to do the bed. Then I got clear. I'd have to get reducer, activator. But somebody sent me all this activator here, which I could use, so I just have to buy the clear. This used to be 115 a couple years ago. Who knows what it is now. So whether I want to use this paint and clear it, or just use this paint and risk it, I don't know. Anyway, guys, we're gonna do the bed in this tomorrow. Let me know if I should paint the whole thing. Might look better buffed out. But that'll be the last thing. We just got a whole bunch of little stuff, like I mentioned, to do first. Also, I mentioned months and months ago when I started working on it, at one point it was $5 grand, because people were asking how much you want to sell it for. Well, right now it's $7 grand. After doing all this in the interior and swapping rims and whatever, it's $7 grand right now as it is, after the bed's painted. After that, it may just keep going up, but there's a limit on what it's worth. You know, I don't know what it is. 10 grand maybe after it's painted, something like that. If everything's perfect on it, well, close to being perfect. But right now, if anybody wants it, rust-free Texas car, well, pretty much rust-free. Just that one spot, and there's a little bubble here. But other than that, this is the best Survivor example you'll find. 7 grand, and it should drive anywhere. After I do that front U-joint, just hop in it, probably take it anywhere without breaking down. Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow. We'll paint that bed. Okay, guys, I got it sanded and masked up, ready to paint. Gonna put a couple of coats of red on there. I opened up that can of what I think is acrylic enamel, and I don't know, I may have bought this years ago for my 85 Corvette and didn't like it, and had that other red, used it instead. So this is more of a, I don't know how you can see it, it's more of a darker red. I don't think it's metallic. I don't know, hard to say. I'm thinking about painting the inside of the bed with this, but it may be too far off. I don't know. I'll probably go with the other red here, this base coat and a little clear. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, 2 coats of red base coat, 2 coats of clear, and that's all it's getting. It's a little, that red doesn't cover real good. It's a little transparent, but it's good enough for the bed. Keep it from fading, seal it up, and all that. So yeah, you can see that red is pretty close to the body color. I used up more than I thought. I don't have very much left. I don't have enough to paint the car, and red's the most expensive paint, so it doesn't look like this car is going to get painted unless I paint it with that single stage stuff I just showed you. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. We got a lot done. Got new belts, new hoses, new valve cover gaskets, some other stuff I probably can't think of right now, and the bed painted, sealed up. We still got a lot of little stuff to go on it. We'll have to save it for another video, but all the stuff I mentioned previously, I won't go over it again. So I think that's it, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. I got, yeah, you've already seen the 71 Chevelle that I passed on. That guy called me up again. He's got another car in. I'm fixing to go look at it. So stay tuned. I'll make a video on it. Pretty sure I'm gonna buy it, but never know. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next video.